As I promised, today I'm going to compare the Fujifilm XF35mm f2.WR with the TTArtisan 35mm f1.8. I don't have the XC version, but the XF version should have the same optical performance as the XC. Hello everyone, my name is Andrei Dima, I'm a professional travel photographer and I like to review lenses and much more. If you enjoy content like this, please subscribe and ring the bell. Just like on my last comparison video, I'm going to do things differently. The comparison photos are going to be high quality JPEGs that I inserted in the timeline of the video to get the best results. I also exported the video at a very high quality to try and get the best results after the YouTube compression. Watch the video in 4K if you can. I already reviewed these two lenses on the channel, you can find them in the lens review playlist. I reviewed both lenses on the demanding 40 megapixel sensor of the X-T5. In today's video, all photos were taken with the X-H2S because my X-T5 is at Fujifilm for repair. I did multiple tests with autofocus and the camera in boost mode, with manual focus on a sturdy tripod with the IBIS turned off. I used mechanical shutter and other shutter options and chose the best results for this comparison. The TTArtisan lens has the latest firmware update. I also did an autofocus test for photo where I used the X-H2S in boost mode to get the best results. Another thing I wanted to add in this video, there is a new firmware update for the TTArtisan 35mm f1.8 that improves autofocus, and after testing it for a couple of days, I can say it is faster and more accurate than before. So go and update the lens if you have one. Almost forgot, sadly you can only update the lens on Windows. I know some of you want to see the build quality and size comparison, both are very well built, nice metal and glass structure. The Fujifilm has an aperture ring with clicks that the XC version doesn't have. The TTArtisan doesn't have an aperture ring and it is not weather sealed. And when it comes to size and weight, the TTArtisan is bigger, but it is hard to tell which one is heavier because the difference between them is only 30 grams, the TTArtisan being the heavier. When it comes to design, I like the TTArtisan more. It has a minimalist look that I enjoy and I love the lens hood. Too bad they did not make a cap for the lens hood, maybe on the next one. The interesting thing I found is that the 35mm f1.8 from TTArtisan is a bit wider than the Fujifilm 35mm. I shot RAW for all photos, so no in-camera corrections, and I checked the ones in Capture One. Now I don't know which one is the true 35mm, just wanted you to know this. When it comes to minimum focus distance, the winner is the Fujifilm lens, it gets closer. When it comes to chromatic aberrations, the Fujifilm lens handles them better, but the difference is not big as you will see in the next photos. And finally, sharpness. At f1.8, the TTArtisan lens is softer than the Fujifilm lens at f2. If you stop the TTArtisan lens to f2, the Fujifilm lens is still better. If you stop both lenses down to f2.8, the Fujifilm is sharper. At f4, the TTArtisan catches up to the Fujifilm, and at f5.6 they look the same. In the corners we have the same results. The TTArtisan is softer until f4 and then it catches up to the Fujifilm. It is not a bad result considering that the Fujifilm is more expensive. Just add a bit of structure in Capture One and you will get the same results. Well, not in the corners, but still the image can be improved in post. Overall, the TTArtisan is still a great option for the price, but the Fujifilm 35mm lens is sharper until f4, has an aperture ring and it is weather sealed, but more expensive. The XC version is cheaper, but that is plastic and not weather sealed, so the TTArtisan 35mm f1.8 is still a great option even if it is not as sharp as the Fujifilm XF 35mm f2.WR. The image quality is still good in my opinion. If this video was helpful, please subscribe and ring the bell to get notified when I upload new videos. And if you want to support the channel even more, use the links in the description at no extra cost to you. See you next time.